everyone, it's North, and I just wanted to make this video to almost as a sequel for my last squeak video like 4 years ago. So this is what I'm gonna be doing. So yeah, I'm just gonna start off by saying I wanted to make this because there was a lot of comments on that video that were saying, you know, telephone uses a Swiss warbler call, all this like random stuff that had nothing to do with the video, but I think it was like a little comment like thing. People were saying stuff about that. In my video, I mostly made it just for like a tutorial for people who didn't want to get like a call or anything. They just wanted to use a dog toy squeaker and then just, you know, use that as like a cheap option, or even if they like the sound, they could do that. So that's why I actually made that video. So when people were commenting like telephone doesn't use that, I wasn't saying what telephone was using. I was just using like, because the tutorials I found on dog toy squeakers weren't like that good, and I had a lot of trouble figuring out. So I decided to try to make it clearer. I don't know if I accomplished that, but that was my goal. So the whole thing about how telephone uses a call, I know that. That is why I'm making this video, because I have actually been using calls for a very long time for my angel dragon, which you saw in the beginning of the video. So I decided to show you which calls I use, and you know, if you wanted like an alternative to telephone's Swiss warbler call, because that call is actually custom to her. She took a Swiss warbler call, and I believe she did adjust the reed to what she wanted, so you can't, it's almost impossible to get that exact same sound, but I can show you the calls you can get to achieve a sound similar to that. So let's get started. I have my little box over here, and it's got all my calls right here, and usually most all of them are the same. I got many of the same calls, so if one breaks, because they are very fragile. See, they came in this little plastic bag. They are they're not, I used to use elk calls, which I have some. They're really big and they sound really, really weird. They're like a scream almost. It's super weird. Just look up elk calls, you'll find it. I can't use them because I actually tried to clean mine in alcohol because mold grew on them, which is a long story. We want to talk about that. And so they taste horrible, and I really don't have any interest in using them anymore, and I just keep them tucked away somewhere. So yeah. So these are Swiss warbler calls, and I got about 5 of them. There's 3 here, one that I probably broke a while back, and then I have one in my wallet. So these are Swiss warbler calls. What telephone uses, but hers are, she takes this part and I think she adjusts it to the exact call she wants. So this isn't exactly like hers. These are different. So don't be like, this doesn't sound like telephone, or this is, you know, it's not the same. Yes, I know these are not custom. These are stuff you can get on Amazon for like $12. But these aren't super custom to the character. So I'm just gonna take one and show you how to use these, because calls are very different from dog toy squeakers, because I feel like dog toy squeakers are easier because you just have to blow air out of them. These you have to blow air in a way that it makes the reed vibrate, which creates the noise. So I'm just gonna show you how to use this. You actually want to hold it, you want to put it in your mouth like this. There isn't really, I guess there's like a down side of it, like see where the reed kind of goes outside of the metal circle? That's the bottom part of it. So you want that to be at the bottom of the top of your tongue, and then the top part to face the roof of your mouth, and the reed should be facing forward. So when you put it in your mouth, you want to kind of have it not at the tip, not at the very back, but right in the middle. So you want to it's not at the very tip of my tongue like here. It's not at the very back of my tongue, but it's right in the middle, and that's where you want to position it. When you use it, you want to push it up to the roof of your mouth, like I said in my last video for the dog toy squeaker. Like that. And you want to start by trying to blow air through it. So at first, it may be like a very airy noise. You might even not get any noise at all. But you just want to keep blowing until you get this. Like, just blow. Until you get that noise. And then, you can start by, once you get that, you can start practicing other things like talking, which is just like I explained in my last video. Going like this. And just moving the front of your mouth, your lips. So it'd be like stuff like that, you know? And you could literally experiment from there. It's really hard to talk with it. You can experiment from there. You can just start practicing like different calls. Like if you move your tongue certain ways, you can make more of like a chirpy, upbeat noise. Or I've done like hissy noises, like I've explained in my video from 4 years ago. Like there's plenty of things you can do. It's basically the same as a dog toy squeaker, but you're not blowing air almost through it, but you're vibrating it. So you just want to just keep blowing. And I know that may be confusing for some people who are like, whoa, you know, you want to keep you don't want to have it like loose flopping around. You want to keep it tight to the roof of your mouth, and you want to blow air pretty hard through it. And then after a while you should get it. It took me a little bit at first, but once you get it, you got it. And you know, you kind of remember it forever. So I hope this was useful to some people who were a little bit confused on the telephone call thing. Remember, this isn't her call. This is a call that I got online. It's not custom. It's just something that I found that you can use. And there are other calls out there. There's plenty you can use for your own character out there on the internet. Like this is a Swiss warbler. You can get a chickadee call. You can get like an elk call, a friggin' goat call. I don't know. Like you can just get anything and make your character the way you want it to sound. And so just get out there and do that. This is just an example. I hope you guys found this useful. Leave a like if you really did like it, and maybe comment if you have some questions still, or if you want another video of clarification on something else. You know, I got it, and I could probably make a video on that. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Yeah, and I don't really have an outro, so bye guys.